Hello, Internet. If you want to find out how to get a bunch of near me searches to your local business from Google, watch this video because I'm going to show you how to do it and how not to do it. My name is Bruce Paulson with Determined Solutions Search Marketing. And I'm also, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm also on BitChute, Rumble, Odyssey, a bunch of other places. You want to follow me there in case I get booted from the YouTubes for showing local businesses how to get a bunch of free traffic. Okay, so I was doing some research and I found this company called Oak City Properties, and they're a perfect example of what not to do with your NAP. If they get this right, they can make a bunch of money from Google searches. But right now, they're not doing such a good job. And so, what they're screwing up is their name, address, and phone number. Now, if you get this correct, you can show up for all types of searches, and you don't have to do any weird backlinks. You don't have to do any weird technical stuff. You just got to get your name, your address, and your phone number correct, and you got to keep it consistent. That's all you have to do. When I have people that come to me and they've never done this, and I do it for them from scratch, they get a ton of near me searches, and when they do it wrong, it's not like something bad happens, but they don't get these searches. And by near me, what that means is uh, this is Google Trends, right? And this is searches with near me. So it's like, I need a haircut near me. I'm looking for ice cream near me. I'm looking for a property management near me. I'm looking for to rent an apartment near me, and all these different long-term variations of uh, that have near me in them. It's crazy when you do this correctly, and then like after a month or two, you look in Search Console and Google Search Console. It shows you the searches that you show up for, and the variations of like your product and service, and then near me are ridiculous. And these are great searches because these people are really they're warm or hot leads. They need this thing and they need it now because they're looking for something near me. So it's super valuable searches. Anybody can show up for them if they do this correctly. And what they need to do correctly is get their name, address, and phone number exactly correct, and they need to have it everywhere, the same everywhere. And so the problem with these guys is, right? So here's Oak City Properties Realty and Management LLC, right? But then we go to the website and we see Oak City Properties. There is no Realty and Management and LLC, right? So that's not consistent. Let's go down here to the bottom. Okay. So right away, so Google is a machine, right? It's not like you and me. It can't form opinions. It can't say, oh, these two are exactly the same, right? It has to go on information, and it can only go on the information that you give it. And right now, this company is giving them two different types of information. So Google is less confident in what that is. And so I also look like here's a MapQuest listing, Oak City Properties, right? And you can tell by the phone number and the link to the website, it's the same business, Oak City Properties LLC, Oak City Property Group LLC, right? So that is a problem, right? And so here's what it looks like, right? Oak City Properties Realty and Management LLC, Oak City Properties, Oak City Properties. So this it is, and actually this one is a completely different business, right? But this completely different business, this apartment complex, shows up when you do the brand search in Google, right? So you go down here and Oak City Apartments, right? So if you do this correctly, you can show up for a ton of valuable searches for your business. And so right now, they don't have it correct. And another part is here, right? So their address. So here they've got suite spelled out. Here they've got number 104. And then here they have STE 104, right? So it's common to have a suite number or a whatever, a building number or whatever. you want to make sure that you get this exactly correct. And you want to make sure that you get the road part or the street part correct. If you're Six Fort Road, always be Six Fort Road or always be Six Fort RD. Sometimes you'll see it where it's Six Fort, not in this example, but just in other examples. Sometimes you'll see it where it's Six Fort, just Six Forks, and then you'll see road, and then sometimes you'll see Six Fort Street, right? So that's not consistent either. What you want is you want to pick one version and stick with it, right? And so if you have multiple locations, right? So if you have Raleigh location, Durham location, these are all different cities, right? Cary, right? So you would have a so you would have a Raleigh page. And on the Raleigh page, you only have the NAP for the Raleigh location, the name, address, and phone number of the Raleigh location. And you link to the Raleigh page. And the same for the Durham. You only have the NAP for the Durham page. Now, in this instance, I think they only have one location. I'm not sure. This is not a client or anything. That was just doing some research. So in this case, if you click on the Google business listing, it goes to the home page. Now you can do it with the home page. If you're never going to expand out, you can do it to the home page, and then you would just, it would just be, what is it? It would just be like this, right? So all your links would go to the homepage, right? Um, and that's fine if you never plan on adding other locations. But then you could also, if you could also do /Durham and then have everything to the Durham location. But whatever you do, you want to be specific about it and consistent. So you can't, but you can do it all to the homepage. But you would want to get your NAP on the homepage. And so you see all these different variations. This is just of the name. I usually I usually see problems with the address, but I mean I also see problems with the name. You want to pick one version and stick with it. In general, I don't like seeing this LLC unless you absolutely have to have it, like get rid of it because it's not helpful and nobody cares that you're an LLC. So, and it's one more thing, the longer the name, the easier it is to screw up. So I'm not exactly sure what the exact name of this place. Maybe they're just Oak City Properties, shorter better. But let's just say that they're Oak City Management, right? So this is how I would do their NAP. I would do Oak City Properties Management. There's the address, there's the phone number, and then I create a file. And whenever I create a business listing, like a MapQuest or a Dun and Bradstreet or any type of data aggregator, Yelp, I don't recommend using Yelp. Stay away from them unless you have to use them. But Google business listing, anything. The way I keep it consistent for myself and clients is I just copy and paste. That way you don't end up with all this gobbledygook. And so when I do this from scratch and I copy and paste everywhere that you look online, that Google goes to look, all the business listings, social media, everything, it all has the same name, address, location. And it's like freaking magic. Google sends a ton of near me searches. I don't care if you're a dog groomer, you auto mechanic, a dentist, property management. If you do this right, and it's been this way for at least that I know 3 years, just killing it with near me searches, just by getting this exactly correct. Now, the downside is when it's like this, at least in my experience, it's nearly impossible to fix. It's almost impossible to recover. And the reason why is all these little rinky dink sites, like there's all these websites that you never heard of that are citations or business listings, and they will pull their information from the big data aggregators like Foursquare, and some of the other ones I can't remember right this second. And so your information is going to be pulled to all these little websites. And the thing is, you can reach out to these websites, but usually they don't respond. They're like almost dead websites. So like changing this information once it's out there incorrectly, it's nearly impossible. I had a client, I spent 3 years working on this. I spent thousands and thousands of dollars. I bought every service out there, cheap ones and the best ones. I've even seen Yext screw up. Um, and I manually tried to change it myself, email and calling these, and it's a mess. So if you're already messed up like this, just fix it on your website, fix it on the Google business listing, a couple of the big ones, and then just carry on. But if you're starting from scratch, go ahead, pick a name, pick a version of your name, pick an address, pick your phone number, and just make a file and then copy and paste. Be super consistent. And you'll get people it'll be like magic. They'll just come find you and want to give you money. It's amazing. Anyway, yeah, so I was just doing some research and I was like, I talk about the nap a lot. And this is not technical stuff. You just get this right and anybody can do this, right? You don't even have to pay someone like me. Just watch this free video. So I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, you can shoot me an email at seo@determinedsolutions.com. All right. Thanks a lot.